Good morning from the island of Borneo. First things first, this is the place that I am staying at. It is just a personal residence at the end of this road, and there is literally nothing else around this. I don't think that I quite realized how far outside of the city that I was staying. The place that, okay, with not even paved roads or anything. And we have to walk probably about 15 minutes out to the main road in order to catch the bus into the city. My plan for today is just to walk into the city, walk around a little bit. I know there's a couple museums and I want to learn a little bit about the history of this country, as this is not things that we are taught in the United States. I don't know which way I'm supposed to go. I think this way. I've got to walk down this huge hill down that way, and I'm gonna have to walk back up it when I come back to the place. I'm gonna jump on the bus, which is way down this way, and I will see you when I get to the city. Okay, so I have made it to the city center. That was a quick and easy bus ride. The bus terminal is about 2 blocks back that way. I just started walking. I really have no idea, but I saw this thing way off in the background, and so I just decided to start walking. Made it here. You can see the oh, there's a pole in the way. Okay. The big mosque right in the background. I think that is the main mosque here in Brunei. I am going to see if I can get inside. I'm not sure what their rules are. Also, one other thing, I am the only person that I have seen so far wearing shorts. I don't want to be disrespectful, but at the same time, it is like 90 degrees outside, so people are sweating if they're wearing pants. Good morning. Some random guy walked up to me and he was like, oh, I take you on a tour, take you here, take you there, which normally I'm skeptical of that. But you know what, I don't really have any plans, and he seemed to be very nice, and I don't really have that much to steal if he were to kind of rip me off. Let's see where this takes me. First things first, I'm going to see if I can get inside of this mosque. Inside because this sign right here says that on Thursdays they are closed, and it is currently about 11:20 right now, and the mosque does not open for non-Muslim visiting hours until 1:30, so I want to be respectful of that. And if you can see right there, there is another guy who's wearing shorts. Out in back of the mosque there's like this big lake that you can see. And then in the middle, I don't know what this thing is. But this place is very nice. I realized that it is the place on the front picture of the tourist map that I was given. So obviously it is one of the top attractions. I am heading back. I don't know what this tour guide's name is. I don't even think he's a tour guide. He is just some random guy who pulled up to me on the street. This mosque is also closed as well to non-Muslim practitioners. My tour guide James is actually really cool. He's gonna take me around to a bunch of different places, and then he is going to set me up with a tour as well for jungle trekking. So it's kind of nice that it's all gonna work out. Today is gonna make absolutely 0 sense, and I apologize for that. It doesn't even make sense to me. We stopped at a place called the Empire Polo and Country Club, which is this like ridiculous hotel in the background. I don't know why we came here or what we're doing here, but I don't know. There's like this beach in the background that he's like, oh, very nice, very nice. But I'm like, you haven't seen Boracay, you haven't seen Balasan. This beach doesn't compare to those places. That's my tour guide. His name's James. And then we have the ocean right here. What he was saying is that there are tons of lobsters out there, and they sell lobster for very cheap because they just have so much of it. There's such an excess supply. Also, he was saying that oil and gasoline only costs 53 cents per liter, whereas water costs up to $1 per liter. It's crazy that water costs more than oil. We are currently in the Sultan's Museum. It is basically an ode to everything that he has done in his life. It's really cool. We weren't allowed to take pictures in it at all. However, we were allowed to take pictures out here. Take a look at this thing. But I believe this is what he rode in when he got married. But this thing is really cool. It's all gold. I think this is actually a replica. They have the original in the back, but I can't take pictures of it, unfortunately. Some commentary on today. Today was certainly a very weird day. Very weird indeed. And I certainly wish that I could have it back, as I pretty much did nothing all day. I trusted some random guy who drove up to me in a beat up old Toyota. Why was I thinking this would be a good idea? I don't know. He told me, he was like, yeah, I know some really good places that we can go and blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. So, jumped in his car. We drove around for a little bit. Sorry if I'm out of breath. This hill is killer. But, oh, let's wait till this guy passes. But he assured me that I would have a good time, and you name it, that he knew some local places that he was gonna take me to. So jumped in the car, we went to a couple different mosques, we went to the Sultan's Museum, which was actually really cool, and I really very much enjoyed that. But we couldn't really take pictures at all, so I shared what I could, and that's that. But then we went to like I don't even know what it was. It was like a handcrafting school where people could build things, where people could be taught to build things with their hands, like woven baskets and handmade silverware. I don't know, it was weird. It was like, why are we going here? This makes no sense to me at all. Then after that, we went to where we went to like a polo place where they play polo, and you could see all of the horses in their cages and things like that, and they were out washing them and you name it. But it was really weird because half the horses were like sick and had like spots all over them, and one of them had like just nasty stuff all over its face, and it was like, do you guys even care for these horses? I don't know, it was weird. I didn't get it. And it was kind of just like, why would you bring a person here? I'm not really quite sure that I would understand how this would be a tourist attraction. I mean, yeah, it's cool that I guess you get to walk up to some horses and see what they're up to, but I don't know, it was just really weird. And then the guide was a nice Chinese man, but he talked my ear off all day long. Half the time I couldn't even understand what he was saying. He would ask me a question, and I would have to ask him to repeat it like 3 times because I didn't know what he was asking me. So I don't know. it was weird. It was a weird day. Not exactly what I wanted to do. I think I would have rather just spent it just wandering around the city and figuring it out on my own. This guy wanted to set me up with a jungle tour tomorrow, but it was gonna be $150, which I think is a little bit overpriced. So I'm gonna go back to the room and kind of just like do like a price test, price check, shop around a little bit, and see if I can't find a better price, because I think $150 to walk through a jungle seems quite steep, and I really don't know if I want to actually spend any more time with that guy or even talk to him again. Almost back to the room. It's like in the middle of nowhere. It's actually kind of cool, but it's really difficult to get anywhere. You have to walk at least 15 minutes down the way in order to get to the bus or anything like that, and then it's another 20 minutes that way into the city. This is the house, so it's pretty cool. There's, like, you can see, there's like stray cats everywhere, but it is quite the walk to get up here. Back at the room, yes, the walls are pink. Yes, there's a really bad echo in here, so my voice is probably gonna sound absolutely terrible, but I wanted to add, the one highlight from the day was definitely seeing the Sultan. I guess he has 6,000 or 7,000 cars, but he only drives one of them. And I was walking along and I looked over and saw 2 motorcycles drive by, and then right after that there was 1 car, and then there was the black Mercedes that he drives, and there he was, just drove right by, and it was like, whoa, hey. Before I could get my camera out, he was already gone, and I didn't even quite realize that it was him until after the fact. That was really cool to see the Sultan. I'm sure that not everyone who comes and visits Brunei gets to see that. This is my room. Bed there, and there's a bathroom in here. Nothing too exciting. The only thing is that the shower, for whatever reason, doesn't have a curtain. So whenever you shower, it just kind of goes all over the floor and all over the toilet. Probably not the best design of a shower ever made, but again, I didn't build this place, so it is what it is. That is it. I am signing off. I will see you tomorrow. Good night.